being seen. Russia evacuates residents from second border region amid Ukraine's offensive. And in sports, President Tinubu hails Tigers coach over accomplishment at 2024 Paris Olympics. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government has lined up various activities to commemorate this year's International Youth Day, with a theme from Clicks to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. Speaking at the event press conference in Alausa, Ikeja, Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Ogunlende, noted that the day is celebrated globally on the 12th of August every year to spotlight issues affecting the youth and celebrate their potential as essential partners in today's ever-evolving world. Ogunlende said while recognizing the crucial role of the youth in today's volatile and complex world, the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has deliberately included youth empowerment and engagement as one of the pillars of its Themes Plus developmental agenda.
I commend our ever vibrant and energetic youth for maintaining peace despite the economic challenges facing our nation. I urge you to continue collaborating with the Ministry of Youth and Social Development to successfully implement Mr. Governor's Themes Plus agenda for the benefit of us all. As we work together, building a greater Lagos, let us ensure that the peace prevails in our communities, for it is only in an atmosphere of peace that we can build a strong and prosperous nation.
The commissioner hinted that this year, a total of 150 youths will be trained across board and 10 will receive grants to boost their businesses out of 364 applicants. Earlier in her welcome address, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Toyin Okeosoitolu, noted that the International Youth Day creates a good opportunity to reflect on the challenges and opportunities that the nation's young people face in today's world, and also recognize their invaluable contributions and reaffirm the state's commitment to their growth and development.
In the coming days, we will be engaging in a variety of events that aim to equip our youth with the skills and knowledge they need to thrive in a rapidly changing world. From digital skills training to entrepreneurial development, from discussions on mental health to initiatives aimed at fostering creativity and innovation. This year's International Youth Day activities are carefully designed to address the needs and aspirations of our young people.
Other activities scheduled to mark the International Youth Day include an awareness walk / environmental sanitation from Ikeja under the bridge to the Secretariat, Lagos State Youth Parliament and Engagement Summit, as well as Jumat and Thanksgiving service. Wife of the Lagos State Governor Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu has flagged up the year 2024 Maternal, Newborn, Child and Adolescent Health Plus Nutrition Week. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony at the Lagos City Centre in Lagos Island, Mrs. Sanwo-Olu noted that the survival of babies is closely tied to adequate nutrition and appealed to mothers to always ensure safe breastfeeding and exclusively for the first 6 months after birth. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu, who acknowledged the efforts of traditional birth attendants, urged them to know their limit and not hesitate to make referrals when necessary.
Despite our efforts in keeping our children alive, we have the infant mortality of 47 per 1,000 live births. Under 5 children, mortality rate is 59 per 1,000 live births. We encourage our mothers to please exclusively breastfeed our children, not for 1 month like it was said in the drama that was played here, but 6 months. Please exclusively breastfeed our children for 6 months. Even between that time, you can now start adding the little food that you need to add for our children. But it's very important because breast milk has a lot of advantages.
Special advisor to the governor on health, Kemi Oguyemi, said the various initiatives of the state government attest to its commitment to improving the health indices and reducing morbidity. Oguyemi urged residents to encourage caregivers of malnourished children to visit any of the primary healthcare centers in the state.
My first mission here is to inform this gathering that our main goal in health is to improve the health indices of our populace, and we are working assiduously to achieve this. My second mission is to seek necessary partnerships to aid our efforts in this regard. The result of the Lagos State Reproductive and Child Health Indicator Survey conducted in year 2022 revealed that our health indices are getting better, but a lot still needs to be done.
On his part, Chairman Lagos Island East Local Government Alade Folawio reiterated that 3 primary healthcare centers, namely Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, Annie Kontamo, Femi Pedro Dumare, and Professor Sharafuddin Amor Sura, were renovated and rebuilt by his administration to meet the health needs of the people. Our health correspondent at Dirayo Idowolaya reports that the event had series of lectures on immunization, deworming, safe motherhood, initiative, food and nutrition, reproductive health by the state health education officer in the ministry, Shegun Badejo. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, has attributed the multiple vehicle collision involving a containerized truck, a commercial bus, and 6 other vehicles at Ogudu-Ojota in Ward Iyanoworo to mechanical failure in the truck. In a statement, LASEMA said it activated its Tiger response team from Command and Control Center, Alausa, when a distress call came through the 767/112 toll-free emergency lines. The statement said no casualties or injuries were recorded. It added that all involved vehicles have been recovered and towed to the Ogudu police station, while the road has been cleared and reopened. The Nigerian Air Force, NAF, has announced the destruction of 13 illegal refining sites and 10 overhead tanks in the Niger Delta region. Director of Public Relations and Information of the Air Force, Edward Gapquet, explained that operations conducted along the Imo River near Obuzo and Okoloma revealed several active illegal refining sites taking advantage of the difficult terrain to perpetrate their illegalities. Gapquet said while the crew extended their patrol downstream, they spotted a 6-tire tipper truck along the riverbank with 4 canoes seen loading illegal products into the truck, and after a thorough scan of the area, observed the criminals dispersed in disarray upon sighting the aircraft. He added that the truck, as well as the canoes, were attacked and destroyed. Kwara State government says operations of scavengers have been prohibited in the Ilorin metropolis, the state capital, as part of new strategies to eradicate indiscriminate dumping of refuse in the state. Commissioner for Environment in the state, Nafisat Buge, advised all previously registered scavengers to do their business at the government refuse dump site at Sokoto Ayekale off the expressway in the state capital. Buge said this during the inauguration of an environmental task force charged with ensuring compliance with the new environmental strategies and guidelines in Ilorin. He said over 300 environmental task force officers have been mobilized to keep 24-hour environmental surveillance and enforcement in 5 units of over 70 earmarked locations in the metropolis. Buge, who vowed that anyone caught dumping refuse indiscriminately in any part of the state will be prosecuted according to law, and said that punishment ranges between 50,000 naira fine for individuals, 150,000 naira for corporate outfits, as well as 6 months jail term. And now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has announced plans to engage market leaders and stakeholders in the supply and distribution chain to address exploitative pricing of consumer goods amid rising inflation. In a statement, FCCPC's executive chairman, Tunji Bello, acknowledged the high inflation rate but noted that prices charged are disproportionate for imported products and excessive for local commodities. Bello noted that this unfair practice is prevalent in the retail segment, where some market associations engage in price fixing at the expense of consumers. According to him, the Commission's advocacy for Nigerian consumers is consistent with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. The National Bureau of Statistics' latest report showed that inflation rates rose across the board in June 2024, albeit at a slower pace. Iyotun Olubadan of Ibadan Land, High Chief Rashidi Ladoja, has been crowned as an Oba in the line to the Olubadan throne. Ladoja received the crown on Monday at a brief event held at the new Olubadan Palace, Okearemo, Ibadan. It will be recalled that Ladoja had publicly announced his decision to accept the crown during a live radio program in Ibadan. The Kano State Police Command has transferred the 67 suspects arrested for flying Russian flags, including a foreigner, to force headquarters in Abuja for discreet investigations on charges of sedition. Police Commissioner in Kano State, Salman Garba, made this known while providing an update on the number of arrested suspects in Kano since the nationwide hunger protests. According to Garba, the command has so far arrested no fewer than 873 suspects and recovered a large quantity of exhibits. He stated that a total of 600 suspects have been prosecuted for various offenses, including criminal conspiracy, inciting disturbance, riot, theft, mischief, and arson, while 150 suspects have been arrested and prosecuted for violating the curfew enforced by the state government. The police commissioner added that an additional six suspects linked with masterminding the destruction, arson, and looting of the Kano printing press are undergoing investigation. And now to foreign news. Russia is evacuating residents from a second border region as Ukraine continues its surprise week-long offensive inside the country. About 11,000 people in the Belgorod region have been moved because of the action near the border. Belgorod lies next to Kursk, where Ukrainian troops launched their surprise attack into Russian territory last Tuesday. Ukrainian forces have since advanced up into 30 kilometers inside Russia, the deepest incursion into the country since Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Now, sports. President Bola Tinubu has praised the Tigers coach, Rena Wakama, for her recognition as the best coach of women's basketball at the just concluded Paris 2024 Olympic Games. In a statement issued by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, he says the recognition of Wakama by the International Basketball Federation, FIBA, further accentuates her well-established leadership qualities and dedication to excellence. President Tinubu affirms that winning trophies and medals is the ultimate goal in competitive sports, but nothing trumps the place of good sportsmanship, discipline, and sacrifice shown by all those who held the Nigerian flag at the Olympic Games. It will be recalled that Wakama led Nigeria's women's basketball team to the quarterfinals of the event, where the team lost to the United States team. The feat also saw Nigerians become the first African basketball team to reach the quarterfinals of an Olympic tournament. And that's all for the news at 6. Remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, and on YouTube. Subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? You can get more details on the Lagos State government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State government has lined up various activities to commemorate this year's International Youth Day with a theme from Clicks to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has announced plans to engage market leaders and stakeholders in the supply and distribution chain to address exploitative pricing of consumer goods amid rising inflation. We also told you that Russia is evacuating residents from a second border region as Ukraine continues its surprise week-long offensive inside the country. And in sports, President Bola Tinubu has praised the Tigers coach Rena Wakama for her recognition as the best coach of women's basketball at the just concluded Paris 2024 Olympic Games. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwoporoku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.